If you have a Panasonic S5 or just picked up the S5 II or S5 IIX if you're watching this video in the future, one of the things you will absolutely need to add is going to be additional batteries. And if you have one of the newer S5 IIs or S5 IIX, you will want a battery charger as well because the camera does not come with it. So I'm actually recording on my Panasonic S5 II right now, and I am actually using one of these additional batteries. So I have my original Panasonic Lumix battery right here, and then I bought the 2-pack from Wasabi, which is going to have 2 batteries and a charger. I'm using one of the batteries inside the camera at the moment itself. So I've used Wasabi batteries with 2 other Sony cameras in the past, and generally they've been 2 things. Number 1, reliable, and number 2, a very, very, very good price, especially versus compared to OEM batteries. I've been using the Wasabi Sony batteries probably for like 4 years now. Starting with the HX90 camera, which is the small X batteries, and then with my Sony A7 IV and Sony FX30. Oh, and actually, of course, I also picked them up for the Sony A6400 that I had in the past, which was the FW50 batteries, and they have been good. The only time I did have an issue with them, I did reach out to the company, and they quickly sent me a replacement set of batteries for those, and I haven't had issues since. So the Wasabi batteries, they come in 2 different flavors. So with the Panasonics, you're going to have 2 options. You can either purchase them together, 2 batteries with the charger, or if you already have a charger, you can buy 2 replacement batteries as well. If the camera is going to be your primary camera, I would highly recommend getting at least 5 batteries. Typically with our Sonys, I usually bring 7 to 8 batteries, just simply because in the winter time, the batteries are going to degrade significantly faster. Now, power-wise, so the original Panasonic battery I have right here is going to be 2200 milliamp hours. The Wasabi batteries are 2250, so just a little bit bigger milliamp hours. And I have recorded it with them for as long as the original Panasonic batteries as well. No issues there. Now, one of the things I do appreciate about this charger and the newer Wasabi chargers versus the older ones is that you do have 2 plugs in the back for how to charge them. Number 1 is it is going to have an old micro USB, but I definitely recommend not using it, and I do recommend that you use the USB Type-C, which is a significantly better, more reliable and rugged port. It is going to come with a USB Type-C to Type A cable, so you can plug it in and charge it any way you want. I have had to use it because I already have plenty of USB Type-C cables in the back, and pretty much all my camera gear is going to use a USB Type-C, so it'll work. The way they put the batteries in here, one of the differences with the Panasonic batteries is you have the contacts on top and on the bottom here. So the batteries, they are going to drop in, and it is a little tight, so you do need to snap them in there. And you are going to have 2 lights on top showing you either green that it's fully charged or red that it is not charged. The interesting part about this is that even let's say, for example, the battery is almost 100% charged, it will not actually recharge it again. It does need to have decent amount used off of it in order for you to charge it, so that's definitely going to prolong the battery life as well. Not something you typically see with the older batteries. Otherwise, definitely a nice charger. One of the few for the Panasonic Lumix X5, and this is the battery model number DMW BLK22. I think there's only 2 or 3 aftermarket batteries, and Wasabi is the most established aftermarket battery brand for these. And overall, a really, really solid value, especially versus the OEM Panasonic batteries.